Hello folks, and thanks for watching True Stories with me, Sherry Weens. A special shout out to Yvette for sharing the information. Thank you, hun. Merci ma belle amie. Merci beaucoup. I have got an update for you guys about Chris Watts' whole situation. I mean, you guys know that I spent much of my YouTubing covering a lot of that case, ordering the files from Weld County, making sure that I was covering all the details properly, like I had believed that they deserved that kind of justice. And I mean, let's face it, many of us knew or thought we knew that there was some kind of a conspiracy going on with perhaps someone else's involvement, such as Kaseme, but none of us had any proof for that. Those of us that really did dig, we realized that the investigation was incomplete. The discovery that was released to us was incomplete. We didn't have all the details. There was breaks in that, you know, honestly, there was only a few people that were accountable for releasing those kinds of details to the public. And it was sporadic in that discovery, what we got. And it was very obvious that they were withholding some information from us. And it was when Chris Watts decided to plead guilty that everything halted. All of the investigation halted. All of the what was being requested from Kaseme, from officers, and for the investigation was all halted. We never got all of those details. We never got all those GPS details for Kaseme's phone when it had pinged in the Frederick area. We didn't get all of the investigation process that the officers had done. We got mixed matched information and a lot of whatevers. So let me get to the point of this whole video, okay? Because I just want to throw a shout out to Breaking Chains TC. She did an amazing job at explaining what her findings were and covering the aspect of Armchair Detective and, you know, the false misleading informations and stuff like that. And like for us that had honestly followed this to say, let's get the justice, when we kept hearing, you know, breaking news and, oh my gosh, this was found and that was found and, you know, undeniable evidence and yada, yada, yada. There was only so much of us that were going to keep clicking because we knew that there was no more breaking. We knew there was no more discovery. We knew there was no more. The whole case had halted, and it had halted because of Chris Watts' pleading guilty. And because of that, there was no reopening that or anything like that. Like it's done and over with. And if Kaseme was involved, she got away with it. Like that's basically the bottom line here. So Armchair Detective, stringing it along. I'm sorry, dude. I did an interview with you and I did not agree with your principalities and your priorities with this. I know you were trying to make, you know, some profits in the clicks and stuff like that. But like, let's face it, algorithm wise, period, the true crime community doesn't really earn a whole lot of monetization properties. So for you to be chasing, you know, something that's really not there when there's so many other cases that could have, you know, you could have used that time wisely to spread more awareness for other cases that were really, truly stuff was happening with, you know. So kudos to the Breaking Chains TC for the awesome, you know, tidbit that you'd sent. My love goes out, of course, to the Watts family as always. You know, I really love that on her channel she gave the Rzuceks the last word, and kudos to Frankie for the whole family for holding them accountable. I mean, come on, you cannot, you know, keep pushing a false narrative in order to profit from it. That's just not morally, ethically correct in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, Armchair Detective, I watched a bit of your videos and stuff, and you had said, you know, you're putting yourself in my life to the Rzuceks, but that's not true because you were putting yourself in their lives first and giving out false information to, you know, to the public and to the world about their beautiful loved one, Shanann, their daughter, you know, and their beautiful babies, Bella and Cece and Nico, that we didn't even get to meet. It was uncalled for. I mean, there was a reason why I stopped, producing videos about Chris Watts, because there just was not anything new to produce. And you have to, at some point, hold your own integrity and ethics accountable if there isn't really any new news. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if there is nothing new, there's nothing new. And, pulling and chaining it along and stuff like that really does just open up the womb for, the victims. And for Armchair Detective, like, if you're going to combat anything in court, for anybody, if you're going to combat anything in court, you better be ready to bring the proof. You better be willing to bring the evidence, because if you don't have that, your words don't hold any weight. They don't have value because you're not backing it up with something to substantiate that. And that's where you lost your case. You didn't have enough evidence to prove that you were in the right. And I think you knew in your heart of hearts that you were in the wrong. So, I'm sorry. I hope that the judgment, I hope it stings enough to teach you a lesson that, the victims don't deserve to be victimized. And, the Rzucek family didn't need to be re-wounded each time you were creating some of these phishing links and clickbaits and videos that really had no actual, content of value to the case and to the public who were looking for more answers. So my heart goes out to you all for, sticking around for, my part of the Chris Watts case and stuff. I feel like I really honored the family in showing the truth. I'm very happy that the Rzucek family came out on top with that, because they should. So yeah, that's all I got, but I'm elated that there was some good news for the Rzucek family and good news for Shanann, and a little bit of justice there, for the aftermath of what happened. So thanks for watching True Stories with me, and much love to everybody. Bye for now.